It's worth reflecting on just how much of the deal agreed back on Christmas Eve has gone right. Here we are, nearly 3 months on. Freedom of movement has ended. European Court of Justice jurisdiction has ended. We have regained control of our borders, our money and our laws. The UK doesn't have to pay a penny to Brussels for access to the single market. Boris Johnson's team, headed by David Frost, negotiated the first no tariffs, no quotas deal the EU has agreed with any other country. And here we are now, 3 months on. The supermarket shelves are well stacked. The whole Project Fear scenario is looking utterly ridiculous. And let's not forget the extent to which that narrative was peddled by politicians who never fully accepted the result of the 2016 referendum, along with almost all of the mainstream media. And not being in the EU is resulting in the COVID vaccines being rolled out with a speed and an efficiency in the UK that wouldn't have been possible if we were part of a wider EU programme. It's no exaggeration to say that not being in the EU is now saving lives in the UK every single day. In terms of the vaccine rollout, we in the UK are way ahead of any EU country. But that's not to say that the Brexit deal is perfect. On fisheries, foreign vessels will still be allowed to trawl our waters and take a large chunk of the catch for the next 5.5 years. But come 2026, we'll assume full autonomy over our fisheries. But on the plus side, that now gives us time to rebuild our fishing fleet with the help of government grants. But Boris Johnson's team also gave more ground than I would have liked on issues around regulatory alignment. However, it's the issue of Northern Ireland that's giving the most cause for concern. It does feel to many people in Northern Ireland, and not just in the unionist community incidentally, that Northern Ireland was treated as an afterthought in terms of getting a Brexit deal done. And it's clear that regardless of the ongoing legal threat, the current status of Northern Ireland in that sense is not sustainable. The current situation is that Northern Ireland remains in the EU single market for goods and is supposed to apply EU customs rules at its ports. The current threat of legal action can be explained in succinct terms as being about a mutually agreed grace period from new controls to give businesses and people time to adjust. But officials on the UK side are fearful that EU red tape could spark a food shortage in Northern Ireland as firms come to terms with the new paperwork that will be required from the end of this month. And Downing Street has said it will press on with plans to unilaterally extend the exemptions until the start of October. And this has led to EU Commission Vice President Maros Stefanovic saying that he's going to give Prime Minister Boris Johnson a month to back down or face legal action. And it's Mr. Stefkovic, rather, not Stefanovic, Stefkovic. He's accused number 10 of breaking international law. But sources close to the UK government say these actions were needed because Brussels officials had dragged their feet in recent talks over possible exemptions from red tape. This particular incident is likely to be a storm in a teacup. Mr. Stefkovic and the UK government's chief negotiator, David Frost, are set to hold talks before the end of the month, and common sense is likely to prevail. Article 16 of the Northern Ireland Protocol allows either side to take unilateral action if the implementation of the agreement leads to negative consequences. So the EU would be on dodgy ground legally by taking action. Indeed, the EU has already invoked Article 16 to prevent COVID vaccines crossing from the Republic of Ireland to Northern Ireland without checks over fears that Northern Ireland could be used as a backdoor to get the vaccines over to Britain. That was condemned as an incredible act of hostility by Northern Ireland's First Minister Arlene Foster at the time.
Now, do you think this could be the new normal, a constant state of the EU and the UK renegotiating on the deal that was made last year?
Well, look, while I think this particular threat of legal action by the EU will prove to be a storm in a teacup, we shouldn't make light of the wider issues which are affecting people's lives in Northern Ireland. People are trying to order all kinds of items on, say, Amazon, and are seeing notices appear such as "We don't deliver to Northern Ireland." And we're talking about things like CDs here. And there's things like the pet passport, for example. If you bring a dog from Great Britain to Northern Ireland, which a lot of tourists do, and a lot of families who live in Britain but have families in Northern Ireland do that, you're going to have to get a rabies certificate and a health certificate. Well, we haven't had rabies in Great Britain or Northern Ireland for years, and that is frankly ridiculous. But ignoring the problem will only make things worse. UK law and EU law is still very similar at the moment, but as they diverge in the months and years ahead, this will create problems. First of all, it risks Northern Ireland not benefiting from any positive changes the UK makes, and also, when the EU decides to change something, Northern Ireland is going to have to go along with it. But let's be clear, we are already seeing the benefits of being outside the EU. On New Year's Day, VAT on sanitary products was abolished. That would not have been possible if we were still in the EU. By the end of this year, the UK looks set to ban the export of live animals for slaughter. Good. But that isn't going to be able to happen in Northern Ireland because Northern Ireland will still be subject to EU rules. Right now, it feels as though Northern Ireland is being treated as a second-class part of the United Kingdom. This is the one area of the whole Brexit package that gives cause for concern, and it needs addressing urgently.